Quick update on some of the eBay sales through COMC. Last time I did a video showing some of the cards that I sent to auction on the 75 cent eBay fee for auctions through COMC, and some of the first sales have come through. So not all of these cards were purchased on COMC, so we won't know for sure what I paid for them originally, but just looking at the ones that I bought on COMC starting around here, the Jordan, this card here, I paid $4.75, it sold for $5.65. This Griffey I paid $2.75, it sold for $6.50. I sent this card to auction and it sold for $23.50. I sent this card and it sold for $6.75. What else? I sent this card, Devontae Smith, and basically broke even or lost money after the eBay fee. I lost money on this Russell Westbrook card. What else went to auction? This one I'm not sure. I don't think I sent that to auction. I think I just sold through eBay. This one I sent to auction. I sent a bunch of Zion and lost money. I bought it back in the day for $27. It sold for $8. What else sold through auction? This Tyrese Maxey I lost money on. Paid $3.50 for it. It sold for $1.90. I got $8 for this Nikola Jokic card. Sent that to auction. This one I was able to get $15, so I was pretty happy about that. I had been stuck with this for a while, so I was happy to get that out of here. This one sold for what I paid for it, so just broke even. eBay, but that wasn't an auction. I lost money on this Joel Embiid card. Sending that to auction. I thought he was playing well. I thought maybe that might do well. This Jared Goff I made money on. Paid $2.45. It sold for $8.50. So did pretty well on that one. This one did not do well at all. SGC 10 metal Scottie Pippen. I thought that might do better. It only sold for $8.30. I had paid almost $30 for it, so that wasn't good. This Star Wars card sold for less than $3. Lost money on this Jordan card. This basically broke even on the Kobe, but at least I was able to move it, which is what I was mainly trying to do with a lot of these cards, was just kind of move them. They're not selling, and if I can sell it for about like what I paid or what I was trying to get for it, then I'm happy, because it gets the money coming in and I can do other things with it. This Russell Westbrook sold for $26.65. This Harden I lost money on. I thought maybe he would do well because he's playing well lately. The Clippers are playing well. And then this one almost doubled. I paid 10. It sold for 18. And let's see what else. Just a few more that sold through that I've finished from the eBay auctions I sent. I sent this Bruce Smith to auction. I paid $2.50. It sold for $3.50. This Rendon, I was happy. It sold for $20. I had that card for a while. This Griffey didn't do as well. Lost a little bit of money on that. This Todd Helton I made a little bit of money on. Paid $48. It sold for $61, so that was good. This Autographics card sold for $8.70. This Dr. J I thought might do well. It's a reprint of his rookie card, but yeah, I lost $1, a little more than $1 on this. Sent this one to auction. It sold for close to $4. And then this one I lost money on. I had sold one of these, graded, and made money on it, and then I thought, oh, I'll buy this other one and see if that sells. It didn't sell, so I sent it to auction and lost a little bit of money on it. Ja Morant silver, I made a little bit, maybe not so much after the fees and stuff, but Bo Jackson, I got $4 for this card. This one did really well, Cooper Kupp. It's actually a serial numbered card. I think, yeah, it's numbered to 249. I paid $4.36 for it, and it sold for $16.26. So that one's gonna go into my serial numbered card spreadsheet. I did a video on buying and selling serial numbered cards specifically on COMC, so this was one of the cards that I bought as a serial numbered card to try to flip, and then with the auction special I was just sending some of those to auction. So there'll be a few more of these serial numbered ones, but this one definitely did a good profit, 4 times what I paid for it. Penny Hardaway, I thought maybe a 90s insert, kind of a cool card. I thought maybe that would be worth sending, but I lost like $3 on that. Zion, I lost money on, but of course you're gonna lose money on Zion, so I'm fine with it. I got $16 out of it, so I'm not worried about it. The Steve Nash first year Prism, I think those are down a lot too, first year Prism cards, so no surprise there. I lost money on that one, but I got some money coming in instead of it just sitting there. And this one did better than I would have thought, so I paid $6.79. It sold for $17.50, so I wound up sending another one of these to auction, so we'll see how that one does. Russell Wilson, with the news that he's getting benched, I was sending a bunch of his stuff out to auction. I broke even on that, but I was able to get rid of the card at least. Manny Ramirez O-Pee-Chee rookie, that one sold for $18. This Bagwell old PSA label sold for $8.50, so I was pretty happy with that, so I sent another one of those to auction. And then this one I made a little bit of money on. I paid $7.60, it sold for $10. What else? This random PSA 10 card sold for $6. And then this one more than doubled my money on. Jared Goff, paid $3.25, it sold for $7.26. This Magic, I made a little. I paid $8.50, it sold for $10.50. This LeBron, I basically broke even on, but I got money coming in. This one sold for $8.50, same thing, got money coming in, cash flow. Juan Gonzalez sold for $3. Let's see, Ja Morant, this one sold for $1. I was not too happy with that, but when COMC has these condition notes, it doesn't look good on eBay auction because they have this yellow, bright yellow note at the bottom, and I feel like that kind of scares people away. But Ja Morant started, as soon as he came back, had a big game-winning shot and everything, so I thought it was worth sending a couple of things of his out. This Zidane card sold for $15. I think I'm pretty much okay with that. This Zidane I actually made money on, which is amazing to make money on a soccer card, but I paid $8, it sold for $10, so I'm happy. Broke even on this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card. Got $6 for the second year Ricky Henderson card. And Vizquel I lost money on, but I had bought this a while ago and it wasn't selling, so I'm happy just to get rid of it and move on. LeBron here sold for $7.50. This Shaq rookie sold for $6.50. And this card sold for $3. The Anthony Edwards Prism rookie I paid $7. I got a little bit of profit, sold for $8.75. Larry Walker Bowman PSA 9 sold for $9.50. I was happy with that, so I sent another one of these off to auction. And then this Bill Walton, I don't know if this was at auction or not, but I paid $27, sold for $40, so I was happy with that. And this was another one of those random PSA 10 cards that I had sitting around. It sold for $9.38, so I'm happy to have that $9.38 instead of the cards just sitting in the inventory. This Holland too, I lost money, but I had this card forever, and I'm glad to just get the $2.50. Dak Prescott, lost a little bit of money on that. Mark McGuire, made a couple bucks on this one. I'm sending more of those to auction. I don't think this was one that I sent to auction, but it has the gold rookie cup, the Todd Helton. Sometimes it'll say eBay here, and it just means that someone bought that card through eBay. I think I might have sent this one and lost money on those. This Aaron Judge was not an auction, just someone bought it. I paid $17.50, it sold for $27. This Steve Nash sold for $18. I'm not sure that was an auction. And what else? Oh, I sent this one to auction. I got $13.50, which is less than what I paid to get it graded at the time, probably. So, but it's soccer, so it's just, lost a lot of money on soccer. This one sold for $20, and I was kind of surprised that it sold for that much. So I actually just bought another one of these cards and sent it to auction. So we'll see how that one does. And then this Michael Irvin did okay, so I sent another one of those to auction. Well, I sold 2 of these here, and I had a bunch of them in my inventory. This Kerry Wood I lost money on, but I had it for a while and it wasn't selling. You can tell it's kind of greening, so I think that's why I wound up losing money. But that's $27 that I didn't have because it's just inventory sitting around. Another of these McGuire rookies sold. I doubled my money pretty much on that one. This Bo Jackson card did well. I paid 10, it sold for 16, so I've sent like a couple more of those. I try to space them out so they don't end on the same day. This one I actually made money on, which is surprising again for soccer. But $11.50, and I sold it for $13.50. Another one of these Jordans I had doubled, almost paid $4.90. It sold for $9.50. Broke even on this Griffey card. Paolo Banchero, I made $1, but if I paid 75 cents to auction it, that means I made 25 cents on it. This one I made a couple bucks on. I sent a couple more of these. Another one, McGuire here, I've sent a couple more of those. I sold that one for 10, paid $6.50 for it. This one, I guess I broke even or lost a little bit on the Bo Jackson rookie. Made $1 on this one, the Jared Goff, same one as before. The 9.5 sold for 8 something, and the 10 sold for 3 something. So that's the risk with sending to eBay auctions through COMC, because you don't know when these are going to end. I think this ended on the 29th, which is a Friday night, which is the worst night to end auctions on. And you don't have any control of that. You just send it to auction, and then COMC runs it whenever it is that they are going to be running it. It's going to end whenever they end it. So this Ja Morant I made money on. I actually probably went and bought this. I know I went and bought a couple of Morants to send to auction specifically. So this one I made like two less than $3. This McGuire one I sent, again, I paid 5. It sold for closer to 9. Made a couple bucks, I guess, on this Anthony Davis card here. And doubled my money on this Devontae Smith card. All this through eBay auction, and then broke even on this Griffey here. And this LeBron I lost money on. I paid 10. It sold for $7.50. And this Jordan sold for $3. I paid $2.20 for that. Anything else through eBay auction? This Kawhi I lost money on. Same thing with Harden. I just thought it might do better because the Clippers are playing well, but I think Harden's actually not. Kawhi's actually not playing right now. And then Luis Gonzalez, same thing with the Omar Vizquel. I just had that for a while, and I'm happy to get rid of it, even if I lost a couple bucks. This Trae Young, I think that probably used to be a big card like a couple years ago, but happy just to get rid of it. I got $15 for it. Lost money on this Vince Carter, but I had been holding on to it for a while, so I'm glad to just get the money in for that. Same thing with the Roger Federer. Anything I can get for that is appreciated. I got a couple bucks for it, and it's better than that these Federer cards just sitting around. I have a bunch of them, and this Iverson did well. It sold for $5.50. I paid $2.50 for it, so I've sent a couple more of these over. This Johnny Bench, it's loading. That one did well. I paid $5.40. It sold for $8.50. This Bo Jackson classic card sold for $11. I paid $5.10, so I've sent a couple more of those, trying to space them out. I lost money on this Griffey card, but I was happy to get a couple bucks for it. And same thing with this one. I got $3 for it. I have like a dozen of these, and it was speculative that it was the first year of Topps Chrome that it would be worth some money, but that one hasn't really panned out, so I'm happy just to move on and get rid of those. So I've sent a couple of those over. This David Ortiz only sold for a couple bucks. It's serial numbered. Disappointing on that. Ja Morant, another one I lost a little bit of money on. Here, that's disappointing, but whatever, it's not a huge loss. And then this LeBron just sold. I think this was probably more of a buy it now today. This was an auction. It's just a random graded card sold for $3. I don't remember if this was an auction or not, but it sold for $10 on eBay. And then this one did really well. This wasn't an auction, but I actually won this on COMC auction yesterday. And I checked it out on 130 point of what it was selling for and was able to get it for $21.50, and then I repriced it today. It usually sells for closer to $50. I repriced it at $40 because I figured it would show up on eBay closer to $50, which is what it sells for. And I'm glad I sold it. You can see $12.30, $12.30. I think I bought it, paid for it today, added it, listed it, and it sold. So doubled my money on that. That was a great buy. And then Joe Mauer here, paid $5, it sold for $10. So I've sent a couple more of these to auction. And then another one of these Iversons. This one paid $2.50, sold for $5.50. So another one of those. This random Jim Bunning card sold for $7.50. This Greg Maddux CSG sold for $4. I broke even on this Kobe White, so I bought a few Kobe White cards to send to eBay auction. So we'll see how those do, like overall as a project sort of thing, just Kobe White in general. But that one there I didn't make money on, but I didn't technically really lose money on it. This Barry Sanders was surprising. It sold for $25. I paid $6.50 for it, and I have a bunch of these, so I'm sending more of them like gradually, trying to space them out so that they don't show up all of them ending on the same day, but hopefully they'll appear like on separate days. And then this PSA 10 sold for $5. And another huge loss on the Zion. This one sold for $7, which seems low to me, but what do I know? I don't know. You know you're gonna lose money on Zion. So Kirby Puckett, this one I just sent another one to auction. I paid $6.40. It sold for over $10. And then this Kobe White I made money on. I paid $13, and it sold for $18. So far those two Kobe Whites, this one made $5 on that one. And then this was another of the Kirby Puckets, but you can see it's off-centered. So I lost a little bit on that. And this Shohei Ohtani, surprising, it only sold for $3. I know it's a Leaf card, but still Shohei Ohtani rookie card, $3. And then this Jordan, disappointing, it sold for $9. So I paid $16 for it, and it sold for $9. I got it in September. So that was too bad there. And then this random Gary Sanchez sold for $6.26. So that's it for this part. There's a lot more of the eBay auctions running through COMC. It's through the 31st, so I sent some more in, and I'll do another video of the sort of like, I guess, the second half, and see how the Kobe Whites did, the John Morants did, and then anything else that I sent over there. I sent a Raheem Sterling Silver Prism auto that looks like that one's gonna do well, that I bought specifically to send to auction. That looks like I'm gonna make a little money on that one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.